Are we going to test Mijia 4K? Let's do it then and make the most out of it. First of all, I like this camera because of the quality of its body. It's really very cool. Size of the screen is the biggest one compared to all action cameras at this moment. And many people choose this camera because of the reasonable price. Is it really that good? Let's check it out. Its processor actually supports 4K video without an interpolation. And I can say the same about most of the equal price cameras. I like how ergonomically the menu and mobile app have been made, as well as a lid which protects USB port. But unfortunately, there are some cons. The screen isn't as bright as on more expensive cameras, and discreteness is visible on the gradients. Probably it's not so important, the main thing is to see the composition. The video looks decent on the computer, and it's important that you remember it has very cool body which looks like a metal. Unfortunately, you can't connect an external microphone, but if it's critical for you, consider your i4K Plus camera then. We have some video reviews about it. All links will be in description. But this camera is much more expensive and its body isn't that cool. And by the way, in the latest firmware, bitrate was increased, new profiles were added, the F-Log for color correction lovers and Vivid for those who like burn images. In F-Log the dynamic range is certainly wider, and if the color correction is done, the result will be more cinematic. But in this case, some artifacts may appear in the shadows, because the bitrate of the camera is still not enough. I advise you to use this mode only when there is a lot of sun and a very wide contrast in the shot, and don't use it in the evening and at the night time, because artifacts will appear even without color correction. I also recommend you always shooting in 4K, even if you have enough HD. If you compress 4K on editing, the result will be much better, and you will be able to crop a picture without degrading details. I don't really like that there are no preset of sharpness in the camera settings. The camera is too sharply. I like to take pictures with minimal level of sharpness and add the sharp during video editing in the quantity I need. However, the manufacturer didn't leave us a choice. Fisheye lens with 145 degrees is used on this camera, but it looks like not a lot was invested in this lens. There is a fisheye digital correction mode, which stretches and arches the image. Because of that, the detailing is getting worse. To solve these problems, we have produced lenses and made a lens special for this camera, in order to shoot without any distortion, and also, if necessary, to focus the lens. There is no focusing in the default lens, it's fixed to infinity, so there is no way you can shoot close objects. Here I shoot with PIXAERO lens, the focus is set to infinity, now it's focused on my face. But I think my face isn't that interesting with such a background. Here 10 centimeters, up to the macro if there is a need. With this lens, the shooting angle will be more narrow and it makes the perspective more tight and dense. The default lens doesn't go well with the backlight, and with our lens the camera begins to produce more contrast shots, and color reproduction has improved. Mijia has the largest lens diameter of all of the action cameras, so this lens is more easy to turn while focusing. We added compression rubber ring to the lens design, so it won't be plain and the rotating speed will be convenient at the same time. Watch the video to learn how to install the lens in 5 minutes. Link will be in description. Some people try to find cheaper way and use a lens from AliExpress for about $15. Remember that first of all, your camera will look like a pile of muck. The second thing is that you will have a lens created for low-resolution video cameras, such as DVR. Okay, forget about the resolution. It's important how it will handle the backlight, how ugly will be the glare when the light source falls into the shot, especially if the light is coming from the sun. Sure, you can try it if you use a camera as a DVR or have a lot of free time, your hands grow from the right place, the appearance doesn't matter, the focus is convenient, and you are not going to use it for an artistic professional shooting. It stinks right here about the professional result. If you remember how much this camera costs, what am I talking about? However, with Mijia 4K you can still take a decent picture, because it's not the camera that shoots, it's the person who shoots. The main factor responsible for the result is your skills in composing, understanding the psychology of image perception. On the second place is optics, because it forms the light on the matrix and has influence on its quality. In the professional segment, optics can be more expensive than a camera, and considering the results, it's reasonable. On the last place, as you can see, is a matrix, processor, and codec. They fix the result, and if at least one of these things is close to shit, then everything becomes like a shit. Nevertheless, the significance of these factors goes in this exact order. Give your grandma a cool camera and a James Cameron a smartphone. Which of them will take better shots? Summing up, Mijia can be called the best camera in a low price segment at the moment. But yes, you need to realize that it should produce the picture in a high-res quality. I would like to dedicate most of the following videos to the first and second factors. I can't claim that I am an expert Spielberg, but check out my portfolio in the description of this video and subscribe if you think that my experience might be helpful for you. I will try to share it as much as I can. So let's just relax for now, looking at the captured footage.